Woohoo! Now we've reached the finish line. We have reached the finish line. Everybody excited? Everybody ready for that checkered flag? Everybody ready for that checkered flag? I can remember my mother was a huge she was a huge race car fan. Simple enough. Simple enough. Make a wish. Yeah, I always told her, she ought to become a race car driver. Well, I always wanted to. Well, anything you want to do, you got to practice at it. You have to master it if you want to be a master driver. So, Pisces Kingdom, when I hear you say that they tried to bury or put out the Ascended Master's morning star light, so, you basically said they're trying to put out your light. Well, that would be the morning star light. That would be ascending up to the morning star crown. So if there's a group of individuals out there that were trying to bury, and once they didn't think that they were trying to put the light out. They didn't think that the healer would be able to heal from that. That's what you had said. So I guess the first thing is, Pisces got your nose, because we do. We want to know who is responsible for that, and we want to know where these other ascended master lights are. Simple enough. Simple enough. So because and I know that we're wanting to bring unity together, but if we're uniting people that are trying to bury folks, we have to think about that. Do we really want to be a part of a corrupt group of individuals that try to bury people? Don't expect them to be able to heal from what you say they did, to a Pisces. And now that the energy is going back on them and they can't heal from it, well, that's kind of concerning. Who are these people, Pisces Kingdom? I think we should all know. We should all know who tried to take out a healer and now won't be able to heal, and it's just what it is. And you want them to go in peace. You want them to rest in peace, but you certainly don't want them to have a nose. You certainly don't want them to have a nose. Just what it is. Open casket, things of that nature. They'll be known for not having a nose. Simple enough, because they wanted to take their secrets with them, and that's fine. Everybody will know because they have no nose. They will have no nose. They can take those secrets to the grave with them. However, they won't have a nose. And people will know. They'll be standing around. Oh, we love this person, but they didn't have a nose from trying to take out an ascended master's light. So, some people think that's cruel because, I wanted an open casket. Well, that's fine, but you won't have a nose unless people can see in the comments, because we know you want to take that secret underground with you. You want to take your underground activities secretively underground with you. However, if you can't let the community know in the comments that you were trying to bury an ascended master's light, well, then when they bury you, everyone will be standing around. Yeah, they never got their nose back. They never got their nose back. They tried to take out a healer and then couldn't heal, and now here they are suffering from karma that is tenfold. And here we have this open casket without a nose. Without a nose. Simple enough, because you don't want to like dig them up and take their nose. That's disrespecting the dead. And when you have an NDE and a second chance, and you bring the disrespect from before you got on your path into the ascension process, that's breaking some cosmic laws. Wanting to steal the manifestations due to your connection to the divine, and it's what it is. It's called ascending into divine white light union with God for a reason. So if you're ascended into divine white light union with God, and individuals are attacking that, well, that's basically an attack on God. And it'll keep them out of harmony and balance, and they'll have to go, oh, I don't have a nose. I never made things right with the godlight I was attacking. And it's just what it is. Trigger demons attack. Only demons rebel against the light. That's the key. And we already knew that. We already knew that. Simple enough. Simple enough. So yeah, as we continue to take our power back, we want to know who tried to bury that light, and where are these lights that they tried to bury. Because we want to know who did the work to ascend up the Kabbalistic tree of life and activate that morning star light that Pisces Kingdom is talking about, them trying to unalive, rob. It's basically BTK, bind, torture, and unalive. And it's like, it's what it is. They do this every lifetime. They do this every lifetime because your gift of discernment calls them out, and your gift of prophecy, it causes jealousy and whatnot. And yeah, that's what it is. And then they make up some cockamamie story. Oh, he died for our sins because we're so sinful. And he passed for our sins. Oh, and then want to do it again. Oops, I did it again. Most Britney Spears shit I've ever seen in my life. Simple enough. Yeah, we'll be distancing those karmics. We'll be putting that on the right side. Simple enough. Nothing. There's nothing more right than distancing these individuals that tried to take out an individual. Because I know that we want to promote unity and we want to promote healing and all of that. But when we have that energy in the cards of selling the ascended master, siphoning the energy off of them, because I mean, that would be the Earth Angel's halo. You've ascended into a halo activation. A bodhisattva, an earth angel, whatever. It's all the same thing. It's all the same thing. And I mean, some of us just, our birth chart is like a lottery. It's like we got the lottery numbers. We were born on a certain day at a certain time when, the little balls with numbers on them were in the fucking sky in just the perfect way. The little balls fell from the sky in just a specific way when poof, winner, and each one of you is an astrological lottery winner. The question is, which one? And Pisces Kingdom just said it. They're more concerned about the inner light awakening of an INFJ instead of their own transformation. And that's what we're looking for. Where are the ones who have transformed? What have they transformed into? Who are these people that were trying to bury your light? Because I would have to agree with Pisces Kingdom. Number one, you would have to have a light for them to bury it. You would have to have a light for them to try to take your light in hopes, because she said they had negative intentions. They were hoping that you wouldn't heal from what you healed from. Okay, great. So we want to know, what did that individual have to heal from? And I mean, if they're getting tenfold karma multiplied, we don't want to find out what that person had to heal from by looking at them. Oh, they had to heal from no nose. Oh, that person tried to cost them an arm and a leg. Who knows? Who knows? Simple enough. However, the entire community here, our little soul tribe here, they will all know, because if you can't say, I have my nose, then you will. You will be going into the ground with no nose. Everyone at your funeral will know that person didn't have a nose. Pisces took their nose and they never got their nose back because they tried to sacrifice the light. They were hoping that person couldn't heal from something that they obviously couldn't heal from. Here they are in an open casket without a nose. Yes, Daisy. She hears other dogs. So thank you for that, Pisces Kingdom, because I mean, that's the blessings in threes that I'm going to accept out of the situation. They didn't think that you would heal. They tried to put out your light. They didn't think you would heal, and that's what they get for thinking. They tried to put out your light, and that's what they get for trying. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard of. And then they tried to bury you. So if you have a group of individuals out there that were hoping someone couldn't heal, trying to take their light, and wanted to bury them. Okay, great. Do we really want to unify people with those individuals? And they'll never speak that truth because Pisces got their nose, and now their families will be standing around. Oh, you know what? Yeah, Pisces did kind of take their nose because they were just that kind of person that didn't deserve to go into the afterlife with a nose. Yes, Daisy. Simple enough. Simple enough. God got us all that is, angels, archangels, ascended masters, the divine white light. This would be a clear and infinite channel for your wisdom at this time for myself as well as those I do readings for. Namaste. That's what it is. And I mean, Pisces, I understand when Pisces Kingdom is talking about, how they got together and bullied Pisces with negative intentions and they wanted to put out your light. They wanted to put out Pisces light. They were hoping that Pisces wouldn't heal. And now all that energy is going back on them. Well, not only will that energy be going back on them and they'll have to take that secret 6 feet under with them, but now they'll be taking it without a nose. And everyone will be standing around, open casket. Oh, well, Pisces got their nose. Here we have to put them in the ground without a nose. Daisy, everybody's love, everybody's light, everybody's health, everybody's wealth, everybody's abundance is just scattered about. And the fact it was over money, Pisces Kingdom. That's just what it is. Now, shout out to Divine Feminine. They think you're an ascended master. Well, if you have ascended up to the Morning Star Crown activation on the Kabbalistic Tree of Life, you are an ascended master at that point in the flesh. Daisy, cut it out. Cut it out. Come here. Hey. She hears dogs. Everybody is love. Ego flipped out. Everybody is love. Everybody is light. Everybody's health. Everybody's wealth. Everybody's abundance. It is scattered about. Nothing happens by chance. Everything happens for a reason. There's no such thing as a coincidence. Everything is a co-created experience with the divine. And now, when I hear you say that, Pisces, that they were hoping that, and just what she said, they were hoping that you wouldn't heal from this because they were trying to put your light out and claim it for themselves. And then when they realized that they couldn't beat you, they tried to join you. And because you didn't want anything to do with them for trying to bury you, basically, it's just what it is. And now they're mad. Now they're mad because they're not that important to the story. They're a conspiracy to unalive an Earth Angel story. That's not my story. No. But I am going to take their nose before, their families have to gather around and, oh, we love this person so much, even though they don't have a nose. Pisces got their nose. Pisces got their nose. Left brain, right brain, subconscious mind. And it's what it is. I mean, we want to identify these people. We want to know, what kind of malicious intentions are out there. Simple enough. And the easiest way to do that is just by taking their nose. Simple enough. You can change the whole world and win by a nose. Simple enough, because they're when I hear Pisces say they can dish it out, but they can't take it. They can dish out this energy, but they can't take it, and they're thinking that there's something I can do. No. There's nothing the light can do past taking their nose and making sure that when they're buried, they have no nose. Pisces has their nose. Simple enough. Makes it worth it. Makes it worth it for the moment, because there really is nothing except the present moment. Yes, Daisy. Card is in the upright. Oh, cool. Flip it around. On the emotional side of things for these individuals without a nose, because we know how important a narcissist image is to them. I've always had a fucking big nose, and and deep feelings about it. I can smell a fire all over the place. Simple enough. And when I hear Mystic Nine saying a lot of these people will be experiencing that, because you got to think, healers were burned at the stake and shit, and it's what it is. It's mystical, magical karma coming back to bite them in the ass. So, it's what it is. Masters in the upright on the emotional side of things. Emotions card, Masters in the upright. So, thank you, Ascended Masters. We will be compassionate on the emotional aspect. It's just easier to let them go without a nose. Simple enough, because they wanted to take their secrets to the grave so nobody would know. And it's just what it is. So Pisces is going to take their nose. That way, once they're gone, oh yeah, well, they had to take those secrets to the grave with them. And Pisces still won by their nose. Simple enough. Simple enough. We only have to remove that negative energy. The trash is taking itself out. Their biggest flex in life will be basically left behind garbage. The divine light didn't want, you tried to bury us like garbage, and that basically makes you walking garbage. Simple enough. So the light on this situation, yeah, it's just what it is. We'll be shedding the light on these feminine energies. Simple enough. The predominant feminine energies. Now it says female, but regardless of gender, I do separate this out because we all got 4 years of pronoun lessons of confusion during the binding administration. And anytime the devil wants to bind, rob, confirmation. Anytime the devil wants to rob, bind, or destroy you, chances are they send in a binding energy. That's what it is. So on the power side, with these, yes, what it is. Women in the upright using black magic for power. It's just what, and I mean that would be a confirmation that all these tarot readers are talking about witches using witchcraft. So on the power side of things, it's women standing in the upright on their black magic, and that's just basically going to lead to their families being ripped apart. So I can't do anything about that. I mean, oh my God, you got us bloodline curses playing with black magic, and Pisces got your nose? Yes, that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. Oh God, we have to pay for your funeral, and you couldn't even take your nose with you. Yes, that's exactly what will be happening. So on the manifestation side of things, we'll be continuing forward with our divine manifestations, and the initiations and attunements are in the upright. So when I hear that, Death Cult had some kind of initiation on trying to take out an Earth Angel, well, where's that Earth Angel? We want to focus on the Earth Angel they couldn't take out, not the Death Cult that failed. That's a Death Cult absolute fucking failure in life. Simple enough. And Pisces got their nose. So I mean, when they carry off into, their personality will carry over to the other side. However, that body will go in the ground without a nose. Some Pisces got their nose. I took their nose, and now you'll have an open casket, but the whole family will be standing around going, "Yep, they took what they know to the grave with them." And Pisces got their nose. So on the initiation side of these things, yeah, people are worried. Master got their nose. Pisces manifested taking their nose, and they can't get it back because they can't. Love, light, and truth sets them free, and also gets them their nose back, but they can't do any of that. They can't do any of it. They tried to bury the light. Oh God, can you imagine the karma? Ouch. It's just what it is. And trying to take out a healer. That's what Pisces Kingdom said. She said they were trying to take out a healer. And when they couldn't when they couldn't bury the healer, and they would have pretended to cry at the funeral. It's just like we're going to pretend they have a nose at theirs. We're going to pretend they have a nose because we'll all know that Pisces got their nose. So if they can't say it in the comments, I have my nose, well then you'll be passing without a nose. You got a friend in me. Simple enough. Simple enough. You're allowed to take your little secrets to the grave with you. That is fine. However, everyone standing around will know, yeah, Pisces got your nose. You couldn't put it in the comments. You couldn't say, I've got my nose. I wasn't a part of the Karma Clan. I wasn't a part of Tom and Betty Petty. I wasn't a part of Bonnie and Clyde energy over money. It's just what it is. I'm not a part of the broke, busted, disgusted group without a nose. I'm not a part of that. Simple enough. Harmony and balance on the situation. Here is my card. Higher consciousness is in either you have it or you don't for harmony and balance. That's the thing about this is it doesn't. There is no reversal or what it is. It's higher consciousness. That's what it is. The higher consciousness card is missing, so I use the business card. You either have higher consciousness or you don't. You have either ascended up into the higher consciousness chakras or you haven't. It's this or it's that. It's a this or that situation. Ooh, look at that. Truth is out. For harmony and balance, the truth is out. And the truth will continue to go forward whether you have a nose or you don't. And I'm telling you, if Pisces took your nose, now I have everyone's nose. the destiny swappers, the corrupt little piggies, the evil judges and lawyers, all of those that took bribes, all of those just basically corrupt pieces of shit. Not only are they corrupt pieces of shit, but Pisces also got their nose. So, when you're standing around, they'll be like, oh, look at this open casket of corrupt shit without a nose. Simple enough. Simple enough. Masculines, look at that. Look at that. The truth is out. The truth is out. Harmony and balance is being established by the masculine will protecting the feminine intuition. So, on the distancing these karmic side of things, it's just what it is. Yeah, you can't nurture these individuals. That's what it is. And I would say that is the God force mirror karma is, when these people were hungry for our energy and they were siphoning our energy. It's the same way. It's the same thing about trying to take out Captain Kirk on the Starseed track in Tyler, Texas. The God Force mirror karma is they took out Charlie Kirk with Tyler Robinson. And now you've got everyone in the community fighting like they're in some kind of a club. And you got Pisces living in their head rent free like Tyler Durden. Simple enough. Simple enough. We cannot nurture these karmics. They don't even have a nose. How can you nurture karmics without a nose? If their nose is running, I can't even wipe that shit for them. They have no nose to wipe. Simple enough. Ooh, they're fighting now. That's what it is. Because now they wanted something to argue about. You want something to fight about? Well, give them something to fight about. You don't even have a nose. Now they'll be bullying each other. They'll be bullying each other about the fact that they don't have a nose. And that everybody, because it's what it is, 20 views, 30 views. It doesn't matter how many stalkers or obsessed individuals are watching this channel due to the light. Because I'm looking for the other light. If I can't find the other light, if they can't say, oh, they're trying to harvest my energy, they're trying to bury my light. If they can't say that because they didn't ascend up the tree of life and activate the morning star. It's just what it is. I hear there's a master low key to that universal life force energy that they need. And it's just what it is. If they lost their key, if they had the key and they were out in the middle of the ocean, they were Munsoned out in the middle of the ocean and just kind of threw their key out into the water, chances are that, that key is just going to wash up somewhere. It's going to wash up somewhere. And the angels just like angelfish just dive right in, grab the key, and then they fly off with it and leave everybody basically behind to go into the afterlife without a nose. Simple enough. Look at that. No gratitude. Karmics have no gratitude. You cannot nurture them without a nose, and they're fighting. You can't nurture people that are fighting without a nose and have no gratitude for themselves or anyone else. Simple enough. Simple enough. And I can understand that, when you do the work, it causes jealousy. I mean, anyone that starts anything, if you've got other people minding your business, unless they have a business to compete with, they have no business minding your business. Simple enough. And then when you have other people that were in competition with their ascension schools, great. Who ascended into the last ascension school that I invested in was telling students not to work with the fucking white light. How are you going to come into union with the divine white light if that's over healing? Well, we were trying to beat black magic. Sounds like a fucking scam to me. How are you going to possibly ascend and come into union with the divine white light if you're not fucking working with it? So all the research, that's what I'm saying. Every time I hear these teachers say, flashing lights was my grandmother talking to me. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, when I hear street lights are going out due to psychic energy, that's called the human slider phenomenon. Now, granted, mediums and all that training and all of that, yes, I can understand all of that. I can understand all of that. My question is, where are the other ascended masters? if you have these ascension schools of masters that are ascending? I just got that fucking question. I said, how many students do you have and how many ascended? What? That's just it. You've got all these fucking ascension schools out there that challenge me that have no students that have ascended that I know of. I asked the question, did anyone in that class ascend? That's a good question. Well, if it's a good question, that means fucking no. That means no. No one's fucking done anything. Simple enough. Simple enough. Look at that. Women who can teach you anything. Thank you, Madam Takata. That's what it is. They're ancient techniques that people just don't fucking know because they didn't do the work to achieve them. Your best teacher is your own intuitive soul. So, if we have the ascended masters of the past supporting the ascended master of the present, the final outcome would be the health. Now, I hear that these individuals were trying to bear. Would that be people that we invested in? It's just what it is, because we want to know who was drawing off of that energy, because that's what it is. That's what the energy was. They were trying to steal the intellectual property because they thought that the hidden godlight was an easy target. And now they're getting the wrath of God and karma. I mean, it's what it is. It's basically karma light codes. I can't do anything about that. Simple enough. So putting our heart into our work is what is supporting everything, and the overall energy is upside down energy exchange. That's what it is. As we continue to call our energy back and return to others what belongs to them, that's what Pisces Kingdom's picking up right now. They tried to bury you. Well, Pisces Kingdom, if they were trying to bury us, they only buried themselves. If they were trying to take our light, they only lost their own. If they were trying to stop the divine, they only stopped the divine for them. Simple enough. Simple enough. And Pisces got their nose. So if Pisces has their nose, and we do, we want to know who is who. Because I can understand, we want unity. We want unity. Okay, great. So do you guys want to be united with the individuals that were trying to unalive people? That's always beautiful. That's always beautiful. That's what it is, and I understand. It's what that's a band of that's called a murder of crows. That's called a murder of crows. Just what it is. Anyway, everyone have a beautiful Sunday. Everyone have a beautiful Sunday. We're going to continue looking for that ascended master that they tried to bury and fail. It's just what, and I mean, when I hear Pisces Kingdom say that, Pisces, they wanted you to martyr yourself. Well, that's like wanting Jesus to die for your sins again. If you didn't fucking learn last time, you're not going to get, it's just what it is. You're never going to learn. You're never going to learn. Simple enough. That's why they keep doing the same karmic bullshit lifetime after lifetime and don't want you to know about reincarnation because they're energy vampires. They can suck. That's the secret that they don't want to come out is reincarnation. Simple enough. They don't want you to know about karma. They want control. It's called the draconian control matrix for a reason. Simple enough. Simple enough. And they always give you that. It is a conspiracy theory that has no physical evidence. Well, yeah, because it's fucking all controlled by magic. Where's the last time you saw physical evidence in metaphysical practices? It's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life. Anyway, what do we have for physical awareness? Well, simple enough. Simple enough. If what they put out is going back on them, looks like pretty soon it'll be okay. Well, they wanted this person laying here. That's what they wanted for another, whatever the cause of them laying there is. And this person, whatever they wanted for another. Well, they're just kind of laying there in that energy that they wanted for another, obviously. Anyway, the fact remains is they don't have a nose. Pisces has, and Daisy's, she doesn't want to be left out. We've got Daisy's nose as well, but she at least fights when you try to take her nose. She's not real happy when you take her nose. Anyway, so I hear that there are ascended masters on your planet, so we'll be looking for those. We'll be looking for those who have mastered themselves, and not the individuals who were trying to bury those. It's just what it is. You can't fucking deal with the people at the bottom of the cross. It's just what it is. Daisy agrees. You can't deal with those people. Simple enough. They try to hang people on a cross in a civilized society. There's something wrong with that. There's something wrong with that. That's the kind of people you'll end up in a Houston pond underwater. Simple enough. Simple enough. She likes it when you take her nose. She does. Now I don't know about the humans, but we're going to take that shit anyway. Yes, we are. Destiny swappers, Pisces got your nose, and it's what it is. It's just what it is. And when I hear that Pisces, they don't know how to approach you. Hey man, can I have my nose? That's a start. That's a start. Simple enough. Simple enough. Why did you lose your nose? What did you do to lose your nose? Simple enough. Simple enough. She wants to play. Namaste.